This is play ball.
All right. Welcome in, Bulldog Nation. Game 1 of district play. We've got the Nemesis coming in from Santa Fe to take on the Lady Bulldogs tonight. Setting the defense, we've got in left field Maldonado, center field Dominguez, and right Arevalo. Third base, Archega, Soto at short, Lopez at second, Walker at first. And your battery for the Lady Bulldogs tonight in the circle, you've got Whitaker, and calling the game, Miss Sophie Sandell. So we got a few technical problems in typical fashion here over on the softball field. I will get the Santa Fe lineup as we get going. So we're working here. We've got the kids working the cameras. We're excited to have you. Got a lot of action and things to cover tonight. Whitaker comes in, starts her off, strike one. So you're going to see a lot of new names here for the Lady Bulldogs as they've come in and got several freshmen out on the turf tonight. Excited to see them in their district debut. So everything to this point's been for nothing. We are here for the real stuff. Comes back in, strike two. So the Lady Indians finished second in District 18-5A last year. With an impressive 30-7 record. She lifts that in to shallow left. It's going to drop in for a base hit. So Santa Fe puts the leadoff batter on. So that's going to bring up number 3, Pruitt. Pruitt, a junior, batting .457 on the year. Sophie tries a back pick, not in time. So as you'll notice, I'm going to be doing a lot of talking tonight. Michael is with the baseball team over in Deer Park. He's going to keep us updated over there. Trying to slap bunt. Pruitt does advance. I'm sorry, Slayton advances on the pitch. Puts a runner in scoring position. And gets her down on strikes. Good pitch. Retires the first out of the night. It's going to bring up number 13, Richardson. Richardson, a sophomore, batting .471 on the season. Woo! Good change of speed there to get strike one on the inside part of the plate. Ooh. A back pick. Sophie's going to make sure she knows she's out there. I would not tempt her. So Whitaker with the 1-1 count on Richardson. Richardson lifts it back foul over the net. Takes the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, good change of speed. Just misses low. Take the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Misses wide there. Takes the count full here. 1 out, 1 aboard. So Richardson draws a walk to put 2 aboard for Rippard. Rippard is a freshman batting .393. So she is out here making her contribution for sure. So, unfortunately, get the news that JV baseball's lost 5-1 next door. Again, the varsity is set to throw first pitch in about 14 minutes over at Jim Keithan Field. Good strike on the outside part of the plate to get ahead in the count here. Misses wide, takes the count 1-1. Oh, gets her chase a high heat. Come back and take a 1-2 count here. Gets her looking on the outside part of the plate for out number 2. Scurrying up the third baseman, number 23, Reyes, also a freshman. Reyes has made a healthy contribution herself. 39 appearances, or plate appearances, 343. Young lady also has accounted for 12 RBIs in this early season. Whitaker gets her to swing on first pitch. Comes back, strike 2 here. Jumps ahead with a commanding lead in this count. Big pitch here for Whitaker. Let's go. Got her swinging. Strike 3 to retire the side. The Lady Dogs come in to bat for their first half of the inning. We'll have Sandell, Dominguez, and Archega leading up. You're watching Bulldog Softball on LPSN. We'll be right back.
If you're ready to become a skilled and safe driver, contact us at South Region Driving School. We are conveniently located next to LaPorte High School. We offer driver education classes and private driving lessons for teen and adult drivers. All courses are state approved and can be tailored to meet all your driving needs. At South Region Driving School, our top priority is always the safety of our students. We are currently practicing in-class social distancing. DPS has a very long wait list for driving tests. Don't wait, we can do the DPS-approved road test here at South Region. From the first time behind the wheel to the day of the driving test, we'll guide your teen to success. At South Region Driving School, we develop safe drivers.
So Santa Fe strands 2 with some great pitching by Whitaker to come back, battle back hard. The Lady Bulldogs coming in to bat for their first time in district play, leading off the catcher, Sophie Sandell, followed up by the center fielder Dominguez. Third base, Archega. Ryan is the designated hitter this evening. Maldonado in left field batting 5th. Arevalo at batting 6th. Lopez, Walker, and Esme Soto in the 9-hole. Bulldogs coming in tonight 9-4. They finished last year's campaign 18-12 in the third spot in District 18-5A, looking to improve that positioning. So aggressive first hack by Sophie Sandell, fouls the ball back into the net for strike 1. So wide strike there. Very generous location. So we found herself down 0-2. Looking to protect here. She lifts that one in left field. Woo! So Dominguez, center fielder, comes in. Now, I will not have stats for the Lady Dogs, as our team could be CIA informants. They keep everything under tight wraps. Cannot find anything. I only know they exist because I see them in the flesh. That is it, folks. So you'll just have to listen to my silly commentary about everything else. But Dominguez steps in. So the strike zone's being established early. It's going to get about 3 inches on the outside of the plate tonight. So both teams will have to adjust to that strike zone. I have no doubt that they will do so. Dominguez fouls one back. Fall behind 0-2 in the count. So Richardson, the sophomore in the circle for the Lady Indians, is filling some big shoes. Miss Sydney Peters, the University of Washington Husky, was a 4-year starter for the Indians and just a powerhouse. She ranked 3rd in the state of Texas last year in strikeouts and wins, 364 strikeouts. So, but they've got some youth. They've got some young arms that have come in, and this sophomore seems unfazed by her youth. So, coach is not too happy with the throw around there. Nothing worse than having a great strikeout be puttered away there. Speaking of youth, we've got the freshman stepping into the box. Miss Kinley Arteaga, who is a three-sport athlete. Lifts that first pitch over the back. Foul. Oh, 1. Very generous strike zone today. Very, very wide. So 0-2 here. Set up again outside. This time a little too wide. Takes count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Misses wide again and take the count 2 all the way across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kinley fouls on 1 back to stay alive. Hit the shot right back at second base. And they're going to retire the side. So we've got no runs on no hits. Score remains 1 hit for the Santa Fe Indians, but our score remains 0-0. You're watching Bulldogs softball on LPSN. We'll be right back. Okay.
As a Bulldog alumni myself, I know firsthand how this community steps up to take care of its own. At Gringos, we pride ourselves in doing the same.
Since 1993, we've supported numerous organizations and causes with the intent of making our community a better place. Whether it's spirit nights, donations, or sponsorships, Gringos stands ready to do our part. But we can't do it without you, our guests.
So next time you're catering lunch at the refinery or meeting up after the game, let Gringos do the cooking and help us change lives 1 taco at a time.
Go Dogs!
So as I mentioned before, District 18-5A Night 1 starts tonight. We'll bring that back to you in a little bit. No worries, no worries. We're working out the kinks. First game for us over on this field too. The crew worked all morning trying to solder wires and drop new cables. So Whitaker comes in, throws strike 1. So Whitaker ahead, 0-2. So Balla stays alive, found that off the play. My bad. Didn't clear it out. So Whitaker battling here, 0-2 on the batter. He's going to slap 1 to second base, digs it up 1 hop, throws it over to Walker for out number 1. So ring up number 12, Carly Hirscher. Hinchner. As I always say, I have the microphone. It's whatever we say it is. So tonight we've got other games taking place in addition to the Dogs and Indians. We got Friendswood taking on Galveston in Galveston. Tech City's visiting Manville. And Angleton's idle but does have a contest this Thursday in Fulshear. Whitaker comes in with strike 1. Heard. Just misses inside. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. There we go. Whitaker challenges it on the outside part of the plate. Takes the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ooh, gets her swinging for out number 2. Big strikeout there. Should bring up 0, and I do not have names on that. 7.
Now batting number 7, Dylan.
Miley Dillon steps in. The catcher for tonight. Whitaker making short order of these first 2 batters. Starts it off high, ball 1.
Maybe ask Coach Thomas to see if she can get us everything they got, their whole line of cards.
Misses for ball 2. Gets her to lay off. 3 balls, no strikes. Draws a 4-pitch walk. Puts a runner on. Should bring up the right fielder, number 4, Caitlin Torres. Starts off strike 1. Misses wide for ball 1, evens up the count. Gets a swinging, strike 2. So 12 on the batter, 2 outs, runner on first base. Gets her swinging to retire the side. So no runs on no hits. And our score remains 0-0. You're listening to the Port Bait Softball on LPSN.
Cool in the summer, warm in the winter. Barrett's Heating and Air Conditioning has been keeping LaPorte comfortable for more than 50 years. Residential, commercial, new construction, repairs, even yearly maintenance. Call 281-471-1118. Barrett's is family owned and operated with expert friendly service, and Barrett's is a proud supporter of the LaPorte Bulldogs.
Do you know someone who bleeds orange, demonstrates high character, and represents Bulldog Nation in the best way possible? ISD is seeking nominations for the 2024 Hall of Honor Awards now through April 1st. Visit lpisd.org for more details or to nominate a distinguished alumni, citizen, or teacher today. Again, lpisd.org. All right, so the Bulldogs come in for their half of the second inning. Leading off will be the freshman Aiden Ryan, followed by Maldonado and Arevalo. Misses in, gets back and gets the catch. The umpire. First pitch misses away. 1 ball, no strikes. Ryan's going to line out to the third baseman for out number 1. So last year when the two ball clubs met up, Santa Fe got the best of LaPorte, winning the season series 2-0. First at Santa Fe, losing 3-0, but then came home and the Bulldogs fought hard and lost in extra frames 4-3. But as mentioned before, we did have the Santa Fe Indians last year run an impressive 30-7 record before losing to Georgetown in the semifinals. So a wide strike again for strike number 1 on Maldonado. I stand corrected. It sounds like we split the series last year. Beating the Indians here at home. So 1 ball, 1 strike. That is some good things when you got the extra dad stepping in to fill the role. We even got our chief SRO in the house offering his protective services and his DJ skills. You heard that remix on the last introduction. That's LaPorte's finest over there, scratching the tunes, folks. We wear many hats in LPISD. Good change of speed, but she's going to foul that one back out of play. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Maldonado stays alive. Speaking of Bulldogs, I don't know if anybody's watching the Texas A&M Aggies. Ms. Woolley laid down a bunt that was instrumental in a heroic victory this past weekend. She's doing some extraordinary things up there at Texas A&M, representing the Bulldog Nation. Misses high. Takes that count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, 1 out. It's going to get Maldonado looking for out number 2. He's going to bring up Arevalo, the right fielder. Arevalo takes a hack at it, and it's going to poke through for the first hit for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs have a runner aboard. For Maddie Lopez, our second baseman, steps into the batter's box.
Number 2, Madison.
What? So Maddie Lopez steps in the box here. The ball gets behind. Cassidy's going to move up to second. So the ladies have the first runner in scoring position. As Michael and I discussed this weekend in the baseball games, it's small ball. You've got to move them over one bag at a time, one pitch at a time. Comes back and evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, good cut. Tips it back, but takes the count to 1-2. Again, 2 outs. Arevelo's on second base. She's going to lift that over into right field. Second baseman's tracking up. Right fielder comes in and retire the side. So 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left on. Our score remains 0-0. You're watching Lady Dogs Softball on LPSN. We'll be right back. So 6 LaPorte ISD schools have been named among the best elementary schools by U.S. News and World Report. Schools are evaluated on proficiency in math and reading and overall achievement of their students. We are extremely proud of our teachers and these campuses, and this distinction only further illustrates the amazing things happening here at LaPorte ISD. And speaking of LaPorte ISD, it is an open enrollment district. We're big enough to have someone for everyone and small enough to know everyone. Come see what all the buzz is about and join the LaPorte family. Call 281-604-7000 a day for more information. So Whitaker comes in, strike 1, as we start the top of the 3rd inning. I was busy doing too many things, and this should be Nations. Misses wide. Okay. So I was mistaken. It's number 14, the center fielder, Slayton, who did get a base hit to left field, her first at bat. Hits it back over. Kinley will call it off and retire for 1 out. Yes. LaPorte ISD is one of 3 finalists in the 22nd Annual HEB Excellence in Education Award. The honor is designed to recognize school districts that demonstrate a deep commitment to student achievement, innovation, community involvement, and professional development. Regardless of the outcome of this award, the acknowledgement as one of the top districts in the state of Texas is a huge accomplishment, and we are extremely proud. Yes, we are. Again, I'm going to sound like a broken record all night, folks. But I'm just sharing the facts. Great things are happening here at LaPorte ISD. We're extremely proud of that. And we hope that you'll be a part of it someday. If you're looking for a new place to call home, we'd love to have you. So Pruitt comes in, looks at strike 1, takes the count 1-1. Whitaker challenges her to the outside part of the plate for strike 2. It's funny, you know, everybody always got commentary. I've got the Peanut Gallery texting me. Hopefully it sounds better. Short hops that one in to Sophie. Takes that count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pruitt fouls that one back to stay alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out for Michaela Pruitt, who's a victim of a strikeout her first at-bat. She's going to try to slap it again, but Dominguez comes in, makes the catch. I'm sorry, Maddie Lopez for out number 2. So the pitcher, Mallory Richardson, she drew a walk her first plate appearance. So her batting average remains the same at an impressive 471. Young lady also has 2 long balls, 15 RBIs. Whitaker tries something high on her, misses ball 1. Short of the plate there for ball 2. Not a bad strategy. We got she went up and elevated and changed it up. Is the clown car giving me commentary too? Takes count 2 balls, 1 strike. Who's hand-eye coordination? No. They're making fun of our producer, folks. It's not nice. That's not nice. Gilma will get you. So Whitaker impressive so far in this early innings. Comes back. Gets another strike. Two's across the top of the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning in our scoreless contest. Richardson lifts that one off to the right side, foul. Walker gives it a look. So we're going to get an update for you from the Jim Keithan Field over at Deer Park. See how the varsity boys are doing. Oh, good change of speed, and she retires aside. No runs, no hits, no errors, and our score remains 0-0. You're watching Lady Dog Softball on LPSN. We'll be right back. Are you tired of your daily grind? Want to find your passion and make a difference? LPISD is hosting a job fair 5 to 7 p.m. on Thursday, March 21st. Connect with district leaders and take the next step in building your legacy. Visit lpisd.org for details and registration today. So early report is the after 1, the Bulldogs are up 1-0 over the Deer. So that's good news. We'll keep you posted as those details become available. So leading off for the Lady Dogs, first baseman number 18, Ms. Walker.
Leading things off, number 18, Callie Walker.
So Callie comes from a long line of Laportians. Her mama, a fierce competitor here on the hallowed grounds of the Bulldog field. Also cousin to another freshman stud. Oh, great bunt. Oh. Just foul. A little too much English. But good bunt. Young lady's got some wheels, able to hustle down the line. Just enough English there. But that will draw in the infield. Create a different look for her. She'll slap that one foul for strike number 2. Oh, she rips that one down the left field line. That is going to get around. She's going to get a stand-up double here to start the third inning. Great piece of hitting by the young lady. She took the pitch where it was. Worked that left side. Just inside the left field foul line. Got in that corner. Great piece of hitting is going to bring up the shortstop, number 11, Esme Soto. Yeah. Nice little replay of this action here. Let's get to this first pitch here, and then we'll bring you that replay of that hit. Oh, Soto drops one right in front of the plate, and she's going to get on. So runners on first and third with no outs. Great piece of... She threw the perfect bunt down. And that speed gets her down the line. Now we got runners on first and second. First and third with Sophie Sandell stepping to the plate. Not the person you typically want to see in this situation if you're the pitcher. So Sandell kind of check swing one to the warning track and left field her first at bat. And she lifts that foul down the left field line. So Sophie is batting a cool .531 with 8 RBIs, 1 home run. The Texas State commit. Also little sister of another softball stud here at LaPorte. She lifts that one in center field. It is deep enough, should score a run. So Walker's going to tag. She's going to come home, and we've got the first run of the game. So a sac fly by Sophie Sandell gets Walker home. Scratch our first run. And that brings up Maddie Dominguez, the center fielder. Soto did remain at first on that play. Foul ball, strike 1. Maddie Dominguez, a victim of a strikeout, her first at bat in the top of the first inning. Ooh, great hit in the gap here. She'll move people around. Advance the bag. So Soto and Dominguez are aboard with one out. So the indoor drumline also won their competition this past weekend in Waller. I can also share that the LaPorte Chatos had their first competition of the season. Came home as the grand champion. Their soloist performed beautifully, came home with a lot of hardware as well. They have another competition this weekend.
Nose down.
So Kinley fouls that one off. One strike, one out. Runners on first and second. And Kinley is batting a nice round 500, 15 RBIs, 3 home runs, including a grand slam. So another threat. Takes a big hack for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Misses wide. I think the catcher is letting the pitcher know that second base could see the signal. So they may have just changed up their signs a little bit. But truthfully, I believe that Soto was just trying to indicate that she was set up outside on her. But Kinley faces a 1-2 count again, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Gets her the off-speed pitch for out number 2. It's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Aiden Ryan, another freshman in this lineup.
Next up, number 10, Aiden Ryan.
Played football with her dad. A good man and good athlete in his own right. Takes a big hack, strike 1. Strike 2 on the outside part of the plate. Aiden fouls that one back to stay alive. 0-2.
Keep your nose on it, Aiden.
Gets a swing and a retire to the side, and we head to the top of the 4th with our score. The Santa Fe Indians 0, your Lady Bulldogs 1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back in. This inning is brought to you by Wingstop. We appreciate our sponsors. Anytime that anybody wants to step up and make that commitment, we definitely appreciate it. We've got a very expensive operation to bring you these broadcasts every week. We volunteer our time. It's not that, but the equipment is very expensive. But we enjoy it. It is a student-led program. They actually get credit for this and go on and pursue things like this. So we love having them, but we do always seek sponsors. Starting off the top of the fourth inning for the Indians, we'll bring up the shortstop, Stella Rippard. She was a victim of a strikeout looking her first at bat. Rippard, again, is a freshman, batting .393. Who's third base? Okay. Thank you. Gets another strikeout looking. A good way to start the fourth inning. It's going to bring up the third baseman, number 23, Cecilia Reyes. Speaking of the LPSN crew tonight on our cameras, we've got Issa, Connor, and Aiden all working our cameras, and in the truck pulling the switches, Miss Gilma, who always keeps everybody on her toes. Does a great job. It's a very complicated role. So Whitaker jumps ahead, strike one on Reyes. Reyes also went down swinging in her first at bat. Great. More pressure from the galley over here. Woo! She didn't chase, just misses high. Takes a count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, 1 out here in the top of the fourth inning, where the Dogs hold on to a 1-0 lead. Ooh, good pitch. Strike 3 for out number 2. It's going to bring up Madeline Ballas, the left fielder, number 11. The junior's batting .345 with 1 long ball and 9 RBIs. So with 2 down here, Whitaker really settling in. She's Ballas to chase for strike 1. Ooh, pulls the string on that one for strike 2. There we go. Woo! Good pitch. Comes inside, takes a count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, 2 outs. Listen down the right side, foul. Seeing that little delay here with the lights facing into the infield. That's what Blue was talking about, trying to get their attention. People are going to get real creative. We do have a lot of construction going on around LaPorte High School with the building the new Bulldog Stadium. Oh, a hit right back at Whitaker. Sabalas does hit it back at Whitaker. Everybody's going to take a look. She says she's fine. And Archega almost got her, even with that deflection. But getting back to my point there, folks, be mindful if you are planning to attend any events here at LaPorte High School. Give yourself some time. You're probably going to have a longer walk. And don't park where you're not supposed to. So good time by Whitaker. She's a baller. She's going to compete, stays in, wants the ball. Type of attitude you want to see in your Bulldogs. It's going to bring up the first baseman, who struck out her first at bat. Whitaker comes back, pulls the string on that, gets a strike one. Wind is blowing a little towards left center tonight. This past weekend at the Anzadula tournament, everything was blowing in. Almost gale force winds, it seemed at times. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner is aboard at first base after hitting Whitaker with the right back at her. So Sophie asked for the appeal. Blue says she doesn't go. So she stays alive with 1 ball, 2 strikes. She went this time, and that's going to retire the side.
Way to go, Sid.
So we head down to the bottom of the 4th inning where your Bulldogs hold a 1-0 lead. You're watching LPSN, and we will be right back. So Maldonado steps in with a 1-0 lead. The bottom of the 4th inning here. Richardson starts her off with strike 1. She lifts that out to shallow left center field. Shortstop gives chase and retires for out number 1. Going to bring up the right fielder, Arevalo, who got us started with our first hit of the evening.
Right fielder, number 1, Cassidy. Arevalo.
So Richardson gets strike one. Gonna miss high, 1-1. Oh, she takes it where it's at, hits it down the right field line, just foul. So Cassidy is battling here. Misses low. Evens the count up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ooh, fouls that ought to stay alive. Good piece of hitting there. She knows the strike zone is a little wider than what she wants, but just gets enough to get another hack. Two balls, 2 strikes. She lifts it up in the right field. Right field is going to camp under it. Retire Revelo for out number 2. Brings up Maddie Lopez, the second baseman. It's a victim of a strikeout, her first at bat. She's due here. Misses, ball 1. All right, fouls that one back. It's even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Misses wide, 2 balls, 1 strike. Good patience. Oh, good change of speed. Evens the count up at 2-2. Again, 2 outs. Stay in protection mode here. Works the count full. She lifts that one foul just over the home dugout. Stay alive. Ooh, Maddie rips a shot down the left field line. She's going to go for two, and she will have a stand-up double with 2 outs here. Good piece of hitting right there. Good rip, young lady. It's going to bring up our first baseman, Callie Walker, the freshman. Callie laid down a fantastic bunt, her first at bat, just foul. She's going to slap that one to the hole, and Maddie's going to come around and score. Walker's going to get an RBI. And an aggressive running takes 2. Good job, young lady. We got a replay in the truck. I'd be ready to watch that. Callie faked the slap bunt, drew him in, threw it, hit it right where they weren't. Maddie came around the whole way, and the indecisiveness of the center fielder allowed Callie to advance to second base. So Esme fouls that one back. For strike one.
Keep your hands high, Es.
We're just going to miss wide. Wild pitch. Callie's going to advance to third. Makes the turn. And a report from Deer Park where the Bulldogs have taken a 2-0 lead over the Deer. That's what we like to hear. So Esme has a 1-1 count. Walker at third. Ready to score. Esme lifts that deep into center field. It's going to give everybody's going to give a charge. And that will do it. We head to the fifth with our score. Your Lady Dogs 2, your Santa Fe Indians 0. You're watching Bulldog Softball on LPSN. We'll be right back.
If you're ready to become a skilled and safe driver, contact us at South Region Driving School. We are conveniently located next to LaPorte High School. We offer driver education classes and private driving lessons for teen and adult drivers. All courses are state approved and can be tailored to meet all your driving needs. At South Region Driving School, our top priority is always the safety of our students. We are currently practicing in-class social distancing. DPS has a very long wait list for driving tests. Don't wait, we can do the DPS-approved road test here at South Region. From the first time behind the wheel to the day of the driving test, we'll guide your teen to success. At South Region Driving School, we develop safe drivers.
So the 2024 Lady Bulldog basketball season has come to an end. Ladies lost to Fulshire at in the by-district round. Oh, I'm sorry, in the area round of the playoffs. But District 18-5A honors were given out, and the Lady Dogs earned a lot of hardware. Congratulations to Sophia Rodriguez, a sophomore guard for First Team All-District. Addison Parker, senior point guard, was named First Team All-District and All-Academic Team. Angelina Goins, a senior post, also First Team All-District and All-Academic Team. Jakayla Glover, the sophomore guard, was named First Team All-District, Newcomer of the Year, and All-Academic. Fantastic job, young lady. Kaya Greenwald, the freshman forward, was named to second team, and I see first team honors in her district and her future. Esme Soto was also on the second team. And Kaylin Miracle was named our all-academic team. So kudos to everybody. Another fantastic season of Lady Bulldog softball. Really proud of the work they've done, and congratulations on those honors.
So as we start the 5th inning here, the Lady Dogs have scratched out 2 to take a 2-0 lead on 6 hits tonight. A solid pitching by Whitaker. Misses low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Whitaker goes high, takes the count of 3 balls, 1 strike.
Lock in, kid, lock in.
So Whitaker loses Dillon, who would advance on a base on balls. It's going to bring up Caitlin Torres, the junior right fielder, who struck out her first at bat. So Upshaw goes to the circle. Things getting a little interesting over at Deer Park, where the Dogs have a 2-0 lead with bases loaded. The Deer have gone to the bullpen. Always love seeing that. Anything that has those guys on the losing side is fan-freaking-tastic. And all of this excitement, I failed to mention the sponsor this inning, Gringo's Tex-Mex. Pretty good little restaurant, if I say so myself. Hey, we paid. I can say it. And I had the microphone. So Torres up to bat with the runner on. Misses high. Takes the count to 2-0. Those aren't frogs that you hear in the microphone. That is the chants in softball. That is probably the biggest adjustment. She comes inside. Great pitch location. Takes the count to 2-1. Ooh, Whitaker battling hard, jams her. Torres fouls that back to the screen. This set to left field. For out number 1. So Maldonado was able to retire Torres for the first out of the 5th inning. Sends us back to the top of the lineup with the center fielder, number 14, Mia Slayton. Slayton got a single, her first at bat, and then popped up to Kinley at third base. Whitaker with a good cutter to the outside part of the plate. Slayton slaps one down the right side. Walker lays out for it, but it is just foul. Takes count the no ball, 2 strikes. 1 out runner on first for the Indians. She goes wide. Good pitch location there. Takes it to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Whitaker looks in to Sandell. Sandell gives her the sign. Defense set and ready. Whitaker brings the pitch. Big strikeout for number 2 here. It's going to bring up Michaela Pruitt, who struck out and popped out to the second baseman in the 3rd inning. So 1 aboard, 2 outs here. Whitaker looking strong here. Like the poise. So in the middle of the 3rd inning, the Dogs have a 3-0 lead over the Deer Park Deer over at Jim Keithan Field. Love that news. You know, based on the early going so far to see the Bulldogs, good pitching, great defense. It's going to be a foul ball. Pruitt has 2 strikes on her. But the Bulldogs also have a young team. They got 1 senior pitcher. The offense will come. They're taking good hacks. They're just not getting at the fall at this point, but they've scratched out some early victories against some stiff competition. Seems to be doing the same thing over there tonight. Sharply hit to Archega, over to Walker and retire the side. So no hits, no errors, no runs. And the Lady Dogs have a 2-0 lead as we go into the middle of the 5th. You're watching LPSN. We'll be right back.
Cool in the summer, warm in the winter. Barrett's Heating and Air Conditioning has been keeping LaPorte comfortable for more than 50 years. Residential, commercial, new construction, repairs, even yearly maintenance. Call 281-471-1118. Barrett's is family owned and operated with expert friendly service, and Barrett's is a proud supporter of the LaPorte Bulldogs.
So we're back where the Dogs have a 2-0 lead as they head to bat in the 5th inning. Ladies will look sharp tonight, like what I see here out of the Lady Bulldogs. So Lady Dogs are back up to the top of their order with the catcher and my bonus daughter, Miss Sophie Sandell. A lot of action going on around this district tonight. We've got softball, baseball, JV baseball, varsity baseball, JV softball, varsity softball. Sophie lifts that one deep in the right field. Right fielder's giving chase. She retires her one well-hit ball for out number 1. We've got the junior highs. We've got tennis. We've got track. We've got the powerlifting taking place. Region 4 championships in Alvin High School today. girls golf. Just so many things going on. Plenty of opportunity for you to get behind these student athletes, and they pour countless hours into their sports and still maintain their grades. And our student athletes do a fantastic job of representing Bulldog Nation. So any way you can support them, get out and do so. Busy weekend on tap again for everybody. We've got soccer. We've got tennis. We've got softball at the Victoria East tournament. We got baseball at the Clear Creek ISD tournament. So Dominguez comes up, draws a 1-1 count here. Ooh, good cut by Dominguez. On deck, we've got Archega. Maddie slaps one into left center field just beyond the grasp of the shortstop. Maddie Dominguez with a 2-hit night so far. Fantastic job of hitting there. Went where the pitch was. Going to bring up our third baseman, freshman, Miss Kinley Archega. You can hear the bat when this young lady takes a swing, folks. Fouls that first pitch off, strike one. The speedy Maddie Dominguez over on first base. Give her an inch, she's gone, folks. Misses high. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Looking down to get the signals. Coach Upshaw. Richardson misses wide. Takes the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. We appreciate everybody tuning in. As I've said before, this is a student-led, student-driven program. Kinley rips that into center field. Center fielder can't make the catch. So we got runners on first and second, again with 1 out. It's going to bring up Aiden Ryan, the cleanup hitter, another freshman. But it also draws a visit from the coach. He was looking at his pitcher, talking to her, trying to get her to calm her nerves. Dogs have 7 hits on the evening. But to finish that thought, LPSN is a student-driven broadcast journalism class. These students attend class, and they produce everything you see, the graphics, the camera, the production schedules. They keep all the adults on their toes. Michael and I are merely the commentators. We just volunteer our time and talk, but the kids do everything here in the truck and under the supervision of Mr. Zabrowski, Mr. Marler, Mr. Maney, Mr. Tate. All do fantastic job. I think even Mr. Houston's in working the truck tonight. But no small undertaking, and very, very proud to be associated with this program. So misses with the ball here. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Ryan with a sharply hit ball to third base, her first at bat, and a victim of a strikeout, her second. She draws 2 balls, no strikes here. Woo! Good cut by Aiden Ryan. Also getting reports that my little nephew just ripped a double in the Deer Park game. Love hearing that, seeing that. Woo! Aiden Ryan taking some great hacks here. She just missed and she connects. It's going a long way, folks. But she's got the count at 2-2. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Dogs threaten to put some more on the board here. Bounces that one. Works the count full. Misses wide, is going to draw a walk and juice the bases here. So Maldonado steps in. Bases loaded, 1 out. Lady Dogs threaten to put another on the board. So Upshaw putting on the play here. Starts her off with the strike there. Misses inside. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Love to see some insurance runs. The Santa Fe Indians have demonstrated an offensive prowess themselves, putting up 93 runs in their 11 contests. It's going to miss. It's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, bases are juiced. Nowhere to put the batter here. So Maldonado takes but misses. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. She hits one. Love to see a replay there. They go to home to get the force out, route number 2. It is a force out. A tag wasn't necessary. It's going to be a bang-bang play for sure. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, we're talking about bang-bang. Same time there. But Blue in good position makes the call, and we're going to respect that call. So Revelo, the right fielder, with the single. She flew out to right field her last at bat. She lists ones. It could be trouble. It's in the gap. And it is just down, folks. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. He's waving around. 3 score. And Revelo is in at third base with a triple. 3-run RBI. Great job of hitting right there. She takes it. Time was not called. She gets lackadaisical. And Revelo stole third. Went off, took off, went home. Great shot.
Number 2, Maddie Lopez.
So Lopez is up the bat after a base clearing triple. And yeah, we've got that. I'd love to see that. We got a replay here. Great heads-up base running right there by that young lady. She saw that the pitcher turned her back, wasn't quite to the circle. She took off, and she scored. So Lopez draws a walk, and we just keep on putting them to the plate. It's going to bring up Callie. It's going to bring up Miss Walker here.
First base, number 18, Callie Walker.
So Callie Walker here has had 2 doubles. 2 for 2. We've had some great ball clubs over the years, but you can feel that energy. It's just different. It's just different with this group, and it is great to see. Picking each other up, cheering for each other, encouraging each other. Truly invested in the game. Love seeing what we're seeing here tonight by the Lady Dogs. Again, Walker she is 2 for 2, 2 doubles. And a run scored. So she's having herself a fantastic evening. Comes inside. And that was a strike. So Richardson gets the strike on the inside part of the plate. Callie slaps on the shortstop. It's hustling. He's going to retire the side. But we head to the top of the 6th inning where your Lady Dogs have a 6-run lead over the Santa Fe Indians. You're watching LaPorte Sportsnet. We'll be right back.
As a Bulldog alumni myself, I know firsthand how this community steps up to take care of its own. At Gringos, we pride ourselves in doing the same.
Since 1993, we supported numerous organizations and causes with the intent of making our community a better place. Whether it's spirit nights, donations, or sponsorships, Gringo stands ready to do our part. But we can't do it without you, our guests.
So next time you're catering lunch at the refinery or meeting up after the game, let Gringos do the cooking and help us change lives one taco at a time.
Go Dogs!
All right, we are back for the top of the 6th inning where the Lady Bulldogs have a 6-run lead on the visiting Santa Fe Indians. In fact, Santa Fe was favored in the 18-5A district run. Typically Santa Fe, Friendswood, Angleton, LaPorte are your 4, and they battle it out to the bitter end. Appears as this is going to set up to do the same. So Mallory Richardson, the pitcher, steps in the box, takes strike 1. She's 0 for 1 tonight with a walk and a strikeout. Ooh, great change of speed for strike 2. Misses low. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs here at the Indian top of the 6th. Bounces that one short, evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Mallory Richardson reaches on a single up the middle. Gets Santa Fe
Next up, number 24, Stella Rippard.
It's going to bring up Stella Rippard, the shortstop, who struck out twice looking tonight. So Richardson's going to come to the bench in lieu of a courtesy runner. We'll bring up Feldposh, a senior.
Come on, Sid. Dig deep.
Whitaker misses low for ball 1. Comes back with a great pitch, even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. So the rest of the season, we are going to meet this week and discuss on how we're going to do these broadcasts. Obviously, with Michael and Corey traveling wherever the baseball team's at with both of their sons on the team, leaves me by myself on the softball games if the girls are home. The problem is trying to divvy up the crew and make sure we have enough people to work. So we're going to meet this week and try to put together a schedule for the remaining broadcasts for this semester. We've got to broadcast some other things also for the district, so we'll pencil that in. But look to our Facebook page for upcoming schedule. I think I've said it already tonight, but the Bulldog baseball team is actually on the road for the next month. They don't have a home game. They've got tournaments, and they will not return home until district begins for them. So we will be picking up the girls, but they don't have very many home games either in that same period. So look for our Facebook for updates. But Ripper went down for her 3rd strikeout of the evening. Brings up our 3rd baseman, Cecilia Reyes. Reyes also has 2 strikeouts on tonight. Love to pull a hat trick on her right now. Whitaker a little short. Runner's going to try to advance. Sophie's going to throw it down, but not in time. Oh, yes. Esme keeps the tag on her. Young lady steps off the bag, and she is out.
Scott, what's the count? Scott, you 2-0 on the count? Thank you, sir.
So we've got 2 outs. If you got a replay, it'd be great. But the young lady's momentum carried her over the bag, and she came off. I saw it right away. And Blue was staring. She kept a nice little.
Let's go, Sid. You got this.
And that's exactly what happened. She tried to shift her feet. She picked her foot up. So the Indians have 2 down here at the top of the 6th. Reyes remains in the box. So Whitaker goes right at her. Misses low, 3 balls, 1 strike.
Let's go, Sid. Dig deep.
Here we go. Great pitch, evens the count, takes it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Lady Dogs nursing a 6-0 lead.
Take your time, kid.
So Reyes scratches out her first hit of the evening. It's going to bring up Madeline Ballas, the junior left fielder, number 11. She's the young lady that hit the ball rocket right back at Whitaker her last at bat. You're starting to see the effects or hear the effects of me being by myself. That voice is getting raspy. Just bear with us. We're almost there. Comes back and gets strike 1. Evens the count of 1-1. It's going to be another slap single into right center. Runner's going to come around. It's going to be a throw made at third, not in time. It's going to bring up Carly, the first baseman, who's struck out twice this evening. So runners on second and third with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning.
Let's go, Sid. Lock in, baby.
Comes in, strike 1. Good pitch by Whitaker. She's ahead in the count, 0-2. Again, 2 outs, runners on second, third. No harm, no foul. It's going to lift into foul territory. Walker's making it makes the catch to retire the side. So the Indians, 3 hits, no runs, 2 left on, and we head to the bottom of the 6th inning with your Lady Bulldogs winning 6-0. You're watching LPSN. We'll be right back. Well, I'm earning it tonight, folks. Lady Bulldogs have a 6-0 lead in the bottom half of the 6th inning in Game 1 of District 18-5A play.
This is an important game. It kind of sets the tone for the district slate. We'll lead it off with the ball to Esme Soto. So due up. We got Soto, Sandell, Dominguez. She lists that one foul. Take the count to 1-2. Or 1-1. We'll get that foul ball back to the concession stand for a snow cone. Takes the count to 1-2 after an inside corner fastball. Esme puts the bat in the ball, strikes it foul, stays alive 1-2. So the Deer had bases loaded, and the Dogs turn them away. So the score remains 3-0 there in Deer Park. So Esme takes a hack, fouls that one back to stay alive. Esme's battling here. She works the count full. Richardson comes back, gets Esme swinging for out number one. Is going to bring us back to the top of the lineup with Sophie Sandell, who's hit the ball hard, unfortunately right at people tonight. Sophie fouls that one off for strike one. Sophie is retired in foul territory. Let's bring it up. Maddie Dominguez, a center fielder, who's had a 2-for-3 night with 2 singles. This is wide for ball one. Maddie lays it down. She's going to beat that one out for a hit.
Third base, number 14, Kinley Oregica.
So Kinley gets Jan to retire the side, but we head to the top of the 7th with the Dogs hold a 6-0 lead. We head to our final frame here. You're watching LPSN. Folks, we got a couple of good ones going. The boys doing battle with the Deer in Deer Park with the 3-0 lead. The Deers threatening with bases loaded. The Dogs turn them away. Here, similar situation with the Santa Fe Indians visiting Bulldog Field, and the Lady Bulldogs having their way with them with the 6-0 lead as the Indians come in for their final at bat. Santa Fe a favorite to win District 18-5A this season. So this sets a tone. Lets everybody else know that the Lady Bulldog softball means business. Misses wide, even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Good pitch by Whitaker to take the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Misses wide to take it 2-2. Works the count full here for Miley Dillon, who's drawn 2 walks in her previous at-bats.
Attacker, see it, attacker.
Yeah.
3 walks for her. It's going to bring up Caitlin Torres, the right fielder, who flew out to left field her last at-bat.
Stay in there, Sid, you got it.
So Torres tries to slap one, goes foul. So on 1 aboard, no outs. Misses wide, even the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Umpire has begun to shrink the strike zone a little bit, squeezing Whitaker here in the final frame. Not giving her the same pitch he gave earlier frames. Going to make her work for it. She's going to slap that one up to Esme, who gets the force out at second, not able to turn 2. So Torres will reach on a fielder's choice. For out number 1, it's going to bring up the top of the order, center fielder, Mia Slayton, number 14. The senior's batting .459 coming into tonight. Whitaker starts her off with strike 1. Slayton tonight with a single, a fly out to third base, and a strikeout. Runner thinks about it. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Torres on first for the Indians. Runner thinks about it. But Slayton swings for strike 2. Runner thinks about going again. Sophie smothers the ball in front of the plate. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Now, the only way a runner's going to advance if the ball gets away from Sophie. If she gets it, you're dead. And she has established herself over this district over time. People know. So she looks that way. You better hurry up. So Slayton lifts it out to left field. So Maldonado comes in and makes the catch to retire the batter for out number 2. So Pruitt comes into the plate. The Indians' last out. Again, runner on first. Whitaker starts her ball, strike 1. Good looking pitch there. Change the eye level, goes high a little bit, evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, I'm alluded to the point of Blue squeezing the zone a little bit, but I can tell you he's probably one of the most consistent out of the umpires we see. You know, as long as you do it to both ball clubs, you know, that's all you can ask.
Take your time, Sid. Take your time.
So 2 balls, 1 strike on Pruitt. 2 outs. Whitaker misses wide. Takes the count to 3 balls, 1 strike. Cindy's done a great job here in the circle for the ladies tonight. Battling hard. Comes back, fills the count up. It's going to be a slap, foul. Oh. Kenley thought she was going to run out of real estate there. But Pruitt stays alive. That foul ball, full count. Draws a walk. Good location.
Next up, number 13, Mallory Richardson.
So Lady Dogs will make a pitching change. Whitaker with the gem.
Now pitching for the Lady Dogs, number 8, Michaela Lewis.
So Upshaw goes to the bullpen, brings in Michaela Lewis, finishes last out.
Keep it tight, Mac.
The Dogs with a 6-0 lead with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Michaela plenty capable here. And that's how you're going to end the ball game. Sophie Sandell, Gunzer at third base. The Bulldogs go to a 1-0 record to start District 2024. We appreciate you joining us here this evening. We thank you again for spending your evening with us and hope you'll join us again at our next broadcast. For everyone involved here at LaPorte Sportsnet, Mr. Z, Corey, Manny, Tate, and all of our students, I'm Danny Hanks, and we're glad to have you. You have a great week, and we'll see you next time.